Imagine walking through landscapes so surreal that they seem to belong to another world. Massive stone gates rising from the ocean, petrified pathways leading into the unknown, and towering rock spires shrouded in mist. These are not just lifeless formations, they are remnants of Earth's deep history, sculpted by time, weather, and forces beyond human comprehension. Across the world, nature has crafted rock wonders that defy explanation. Some are shaped by relentless erosion, others by volcanic fury, and a few are so enigmatic that even science struggles to explain their existence. These formations stand as silent witnesses to the planet's ever-changing landscape, each carrying its own legends and mysteries. From the towering monoliths of Devil's Tower to the otherworldly spires of Wuling Yuan, each of these locations tells a unique story. Some have been revered as sacred, others feared as cursed, but all remain testaments to nature's power. Let's embark on a journey to discover 12 of the most mysterious rock wonders on Earth, each with its own incredible formation, hidden secrets, and unanswered questions. First is Drangarnir, the stone gate in the ocean. Mid the cold, deep blue waters of the Faroe Islands, a gigantic stone arch stands tall, defying the passage of time. It is known as Drangarnir, a masterpiece sculpted by nature itself. Unlike ordinary coastal cliffs, Drangarnir has the shape of a massive gateway to the ocean. This formation was not built by human hands, but is the result of millions of years of relentless erosion by waves, wind, and harsh weather conditions, gradually hollowing out its center to create a perfect archway. On misty days, this place looks like a passage into another world. Seen from a distance, Drangarnir appears like a mystical gateway, allowing small boats to sail through as if entering an entirely different realm. But the incredible thing is, why does this stone arch still stand today? While many coastal rock formations have collapsed due to erosion, Drangarnir remains intact after millions of years. Some scientists believe that the rock forming Drangarnir has a unique hardness that prevents it from crumbling easily. Others suggest that this is not just a natural phenomenon, but perhaps a remnant of an ancient past, a gateway to history that humans have yet to comprehend. Next is Giant's Causeway, the Path of Giants. In Northern Ireland, a peculiar natural wonder lies along the Antrim coast. Over 40,000 hexagonal basalt columns stacked together in perfect formation, creating a landscape unlike anything else in the world. From afar, this place resembles a massive petrified road stretching into the ocean. Because of this, the Irish people have long passed down a legend. Finn McCool, a legendary giant, built this pathway to battle his enemy across the sea in Scotland. But when Finn realized his opponent was stronger, he destroyed the path to escape, leaving behind what we now call Giant's Causeway. However, science tells a completely different story. Around 60 million years ago, a massive volcanic eruption occurred in this area. The molten lava flowed into the sea, and as it cooled, the contraction process created cracks in a perfect hexagonal shape, forming the extraordinary landscape seen today. Yet one question remains: why hexagons? In nature, hexagons are an ideal shape for evenly distributing force, causing the rock to fracture in a highly organized pattern. So, was this place a work of nature or truly a remnant of giants? That may not matter. Whether you believe in legend or science, Giant's Causeway remains one of the most stunning and mysterious rock formations on Earth. Next is Marble Caves, a masterpiece on a turquoise lake. If you ever thought that rocks were just dull gray formations, the Marble Caves of Chile will change your perception. Situated on General Carrera Lake, the marble walls here reflect sunlight, creating a natural painting full of vibrant colors, blending blue, white, and gold hues. But the most fascinating thing is, these formations do not have a fixed shape. Over thousands of years, water has continuously eroded and sculpted the marble, producing soft, swirling patterns, making each section of the caves unique in both form and color. Every day, as the sun moves, light reflects off the cave walls at different angles, causing the scenery to constantly change, creating a mesmerizing visual effect. However, because water erosion is ongoing, these formations may eventually disappear in the future. And perhaps only those lucky enough to visit today will get to witness this masterpiece before it transforms forever. Devil's Tower, a monolithic rock. Reaching the sky amidst the vast plains of Wyoming, USA, Devil's Tower stands tall like an ancient fortress sculpted by nature. Rising 386 meters above the surrounding landscape, its surface is marked by deep hexagonal grooves, as if carved by an unseen giant hand. Its isolated presence in the middle of a flat expanse makes it one of the most striking natural formations in the world. To Native American tribes, Devil's Tower is more than just a geological wonder. It is a sacred site. The Lakota, Cheyenne, and Kiowa tribes have passed down legends about this towering rock for generations. One of the most famous stories tells of young warriors being chased by a massive bear. As they prayed for help, the ground beneath them rose, lifting them high into the sky, out of the bear's reach. The deep vertical grooves on the tower's surface, according to the legend, were left by the bear's claws as it desperately tried to climb up. Scientists, however, have a different explanation for the formation of Devil's Tower. They believe it is the hardened core of an ancient volcano. Lava once surged from deep within the earth but cooled and solidified underground before it could erupt. Over millions of years, the surrounding softer rock eroded away, revealing the massive rock formation we see today. Whether seen as a sacred place or a geological marvel, Devil's Tower remains one of the most breathtaking monolithic formations on Earth. It stands silently in the landscape, a timeless witness to nature's immense power and mystery. The 12 Apostles. Pillars of stone. Amidst the ocean along the southern coast of Australia, on the famous Great Ocean Road, a series of towering limestone pillars rise dramatically from the sea. Known as the 12 Apostles, these structures were once part of the mainland cliffs. However, relentless waves and strong winds have gradually eroded the rock, leaving behind these isolated stacks. What makes the 12 Apostles so captivating is not just their towering presence, but how they change in appearance throughout the day. At sunrise, they glow in golden hues, and at sunset, they take on deep red and orange shades. On stormy days, the crashing waves around their bases create a spectacular and dramatic scene, showcasing the raw power of nature. Despite their grandeur, the 12 Apostles are not eternal. Due to continuous erosion, some of the pillars have already collapsed into the sea. Today, only about 7 or 8 main stacks remain, and geologists predict that in the coming centuries, even these remaining formations will disappear. But this impermanence is precisely what makes them so mesmerizing. Every visit is a fleeting glimpse into a landscape that is constantly changing, a reminder that nature is always at work, shaping, destroying, and recreating. Golden Rock, the gravity-defying boulder of Myanmar. Perched precariously on the edge of a cliff, Golden Rock, Kyayiktio Pagoda, in Myanmar, is one of the world's most enigmatic rock formations. This gigantic gold-covered boulder appears to defy gravity, balancing on a tiny contact point without rolling down the mountainside. Legend has it that the rock is held in place by a sacred relic, a strand of Buddha's hair embedded within its foundation. This belief has turned Golden Rock into a spiritual pilgrimage site, attracting thousands of Buddhist devotees each year. The scientific explanation suggests that the rock's base perfectly conforms to the surface below, creating an ideal point of balance reinforced by natural friction. Yet, its seemingly impossible stability continues to fuel wonder and speculation. Located at an elevation of 1,100 meters, Golden Rock is not just a geological curiosity, but also a cultural and religious landmark. Pilgrims often apply thin sheets of gold leaf onto the rock's surface as an act of devotion, adding to its shimmering golden glow. At sunset, Golden Rock radiates a breathtaking golden hue, making it one of Myanmar's most mesmerizing sights. Whether viewed as a sacred miracle or a geological marvel, this boulder remains a symbol of faith, mystery, and the extraordinary forces of nature. Chingi de Bemaraha, a forest of razor-sharp stones. In a remote part of Madagascar, where nature appears to have been sculpted by an unseen force, lies one of the most otherworldly landscapes on Earth. Chingi de Bemaraha, also known as the Stone Forest, is a vast labyrinth of towering limestone pinnacles, rising like thousands of sharp blades pointing toward the sky. Unlike any other place on the planet, Chingi de Bemaraha is not just a geological wonder, it is a natural fortress. Scientists believe this stone forest was formed over millions of years, as acidic rainwater gradually dissolved the limestone, creating deep crevices and razor-sharp spires. But what makes this place even more astonishing is that life thrives here. Despite the harsh environment, unique species of lemurs, reptiles, and birds have adapted to this landscape, finding refuge among the sharp peaks and narrow pathways. Even local tribes have navigated these stone formations for centuries, using secret trails that only they know. Standing atop one of the highest pinnacles of Tsingy de Bemaraha, looking down at the endless sea of stone blades, one cannot help but feel humbled. It is not just a natural wonder. It is a reminder of the endurance of life and how nature can create landscapes that seem almost impossible. Bryce Canyon, the valley of vibrant rock towers. Unlike any other canyon in the world, Bryce Canyon in Utah, USA, is not a single canyon, but a vast collection of natural amphitheaters. Thousands of towering rock formations called hoodoos stretch as far as the eye can see, forming an alien-like landscape painted in shades of orange, red, and white. These towering spires are not the result of a single catastrophic event, but a slow, intricate process of erosion. Over millions of years, water, ice, and wind have sculpted the limestone into breathtaking formations. The primary force behind Bryce Canyon's creation is frost wedging, a process where water seeps into cracks, freezes, expands, and gradually breaks the rock apart. With each passing season, the landscape evolves, revealing new formations while others collapse. Standing at the edge of the canyon at sunrise is an unforgettable sight. As the first rays of sunlight hit the hoodoos, they glow in deep red and fiery orange, creating a surreal spectacle. The silence of the canyon, interrupted only by the distant cries of birds, adds to its mystique. Native American Paiute legends tell of the Legend People, an ancient race turned to stone by divine forces as punishment for their misdeeds. Their petrified bodies, frozen in time, are now the hoodoos that dominate the landscape. Whether seen through the lens of legend or geology, Bryce Canyon remains one of the most stunning and mysterious rock formations on Earth. Wave rock, a stone wave, frozen in time. In the heart of the Australian outback, where the land stretches endlessly under a scorching sun, stands Wave Rock, a breathtaking geological wonder that seems to defy nature itself. Rising 15 meters high and spanning 110 meters long, it resembles a massive ocean wave, frozen mid-motion as if time had stopped. This remarkable formation is not the work of water, but the result of millions of years of erosion. The granite surface of Wave Rock has been sculpted by rainwater, which has gradually dissolved the rock's minerals and created its signature curved shape. The distinct stripes of color running down the face of the wave are caused by chemical weathering and mineral deposits left behind by flowing water. For the Noongar people, the aboriginal inhabitants of the region, Wave Rock is a sacred place, woven into their cultural stories. One legend speaks of a giant serpent that once slithered through the land, carving the wave into the rock as it moved. Today, Wave Rock attracts thousands of visitors who come to witness its striking beauty and feel the immense power of nature's artistry. Some even attempt to surf it, striking playful poses as if riding a giant stone wave. Standing at the base of Wave Rock, one cannot help but feel a deep sense of wonder. It is a reminder that the Earth is constantly shaping and reshaping itself, creating sculptures that surpass even the wildest human imagination. Arches National Park, a kingdom of natural stone gates. Deep in the red desert of Utah, USA, lies a landscape that seems more like an alien planet than part of Earth. Arches National Park is home to over 2,000 natural sandstone arches, forming one of the most surreal geological wonders in the world. These arches were formed through an extraordinary process. Millions of years ago, this region was covered by an ancient sea. When the sea dried up, layers of sandstone remained, and over time, erosion, wind, and rain sculpted the rock into delicate yet massive formations. Some of the arches span over 90 feet wide, defying gravity with their fragile elegance. One of the most famous arches, Delicate Arch, has become an iconic symbol of Utah. Rising alone against the sky, it frames the desert landscape like a window into another world. Another breathtaking formation, Landscape Arch, stretches an astonishing 88 meters, one of the longest natural arches on the planet. But just like other rock formations, time is slowly taking its toll. Several arches in the park have already collapsed due to erosion, reminding us that even the most awe-inspiring natural wonders are not permanent. As the sun sets over Arches National Park, the entire landscape glows in deep red and orange hues, casting long shadows across the desert floor. It is a place that feels untouched by time, a cathedral of stone carved by nature's patient hands over millions of years. Wuling Yuan, a stone forest. Rising from the mist, located in northwest Hunan Province, China, Wuling Yuan is one of the most surreal landscapes on Earth. With over 3,000 towering sandstone pillars, this place feels more like a setting from a science fiction film than a real-world location. It's no surprise that Wuling Yuan served as the inspiration for the floating mountains in the movie Avatar. When the early morning mist shrouds the stone forest, the pillars appear to float in mid-air, creating an enchanting and otherworldly scene. But what created this astonishing landscape? The stone columns of Wuling Yuan were not formed by earthquakes or volcanic eruptions, but by millions of years of erosion. Wind, rain, and underground streams slowly wore away the softer layers of rock, leaving behind the towering stone spires that now dominate the region. Some of these pillars reach heights of over 300 meters, with their peaks covered in lush vegetation, forming a stunning and mystical sight. One of the most famous formations here is Hallelujah Mountain, formerly known as Southern Sky Column. After the release of Avatar, the name was officially changed to Hallelujah Mountain, reflecting its otherworldly beauty. However, for the local people, Wuling Yuan is more than just a scenic wonder. It is a sacred place filled with ancient legends. Many believe that the pillars are the homes of ancient spirits, guardians of the forests and rivers. These legends add an extra layer of mystique to this already breathtaking location. As the sun sets, light reflects off the towering spires, painting them in hues of orange and gold. There is no other place on Earth quite like Wuling Yuan, a dreamlike realm where nature showcases its extraordinary creative power. Manpupuner, the stone warriors of the Russian wilderness. Deep in the Ural Mountains of Russia, 7 towering stone pillars stand alone, rising 30 to 42 meters above the vast tundra. Known as Manpupuner, or the 7 giants of the Urals, these colossal formations remain one of Earth's most mysterious geological wonders. Scientists believe these pillars were once part of an ancient seabed, sculpted by wind, rain, and glacial erosion over millions of years. Yet their solitary presence in an otherwise barren landscape remains unexplained. For the indigenous Mansi people, Manpupuner is not just a geological oddity, it is a sacred site. According to legend, a tribe of giants attempted to cross the Ural Mountains, only to be turned to stone by a powerful shaman. Since then, they have stood frozen in time, guarding the wilderness. Reaching Manpupuner is no easy task. There are no roads, and only the most dedicated adventurers can access it via trek, snowmobile, or helicopter. But those who make the journey witness a sight like no other. Silent, towering figures casting long shadows over the frozen tundra. Though they have endured for millions of years, the same forces that created them will one day wear them away. Whether seen as a product of nature or a remnant of myth, Manpupuner remains an enigmatic masterpiece of the natural world. What do you believe? Are these formations just the work of time and erosion? Or is there something more mysterious behind them? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to The World's Untold Secrets for more hidden wonders of our planet.